Hi, I'm Andrew Berman from the Mortgage News Network, coming to you from the M&N studios here in New York. You're watching an M&N exclusive. With us today. We have Rocke Andrew, who's the incoming president of the NAMB. Rocke, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew. Happy to be here.
Listen, you just got in from the AARMR conference. Wanted to meet up with you to talk about the AARMR is the American Association of Mortgage Regulators. For those of you who don't know, and I know this is a conference you've been to multiple times. Talk to us. What are the big issues that you saw being talked about at this year's AARMR conference?
The big issue or topic was transitional authority, which came about with the Transitional Loan Officer Licensing Bill, which allowed bank-registered LOs to operate temporarily while waiting their license. And it's raised a lot of questions and concerns and how it's going to be implemented nationally as well as in individual states. And so there was a lot of concern about that and how they were going to implement it with the NMLS website system. So it was quite the topic.
Yeah, I know, and this is a topic that NAMB has been super engaged on since this kind of came up. So as far as, talk a little bit about NAMB's position actually in, on the transitional authority licensing.
Well, it always raised concerns for us as well as concerns for the regulators of the possibility of unlicensed activity. If you have somebody that comes in, applies for a license and starts originating loans and doesn't get a license, or if they apply fraudulently for a temporary license, that would then subject them and that company to sanctions for unlicensed activity. And ultimately, whoever purchases the loan would be held liable. In certain states, such as Georgia, you would be subject to a 5-year suspension from activity. So it's something that everybody's going to need to be very concerned about and careful with moving ahead.
Wow, ugly stuff, man. So tell us actually, what are the other big topics that you saw discussed at the AARMR conference?
Regulators were concerned about, as well as loan companies were concerned about loan officers' social media actions and how they have to document that and keep records for audits. It's a difficult thing to accomplish, and the auditor said that they are looking at that, especially if it involves soliciting of business to the public.
Wow, that's a hot topic. I mean, we're going out there. We know actually we need to be on social media more, but knowing what to say and the right way to say it, is an important thing, because we have actually regulators monitoring and looking at everything we do. I know it's one of the topics that we're going to be addressing at NAMB National, talking about social media. But what's another topic that you saw that was the hot topic at the conference?
Well, another big concern was cybersecurity, especially from the regulators' point of view. Their systems aren't necessarily the most modern and up to date, as many people know, with government budgets where they are, as well as the ransomware activities. There's been several smaller municipalities across the United States subject to ransomware. And then there was actually a documented case of identity theft where an unlicensed person used a licensed LO's NMLS number with a fake business company and solicited business and was having consumers mail them checks.
Goodness. Oh, what an ugly situation. That is that's just scary. And how do you defend against that? I mean, this is, and I'm sure actually this is why you got to be at NAMB National. We'll talk about actually, what you can do to kind of put a best defense, because, you can't bulletproof yourself from these things. We have humans involved, so it's a difficult thing. I'm looking forward to, kind of unpacking that a little more at NAMB National. Any other big takeaways from this conference that you felt, was an impactful, something you were worried about or concerned about, or almost maybe an opportunity for the industry that you haven't seen in past years?
No, there was just general concern about, brokers filing their MCR reports in a timely fashion and making sure they're accurate. There were several mistakes they found in mortgage call reports, and so hopefully we're going to have some technology solutions for that with our technology partners that you'll be able to discuss at NAMB National, where they could help file those reports and pull the data directly from your LOS.
Fantastic. That's great. Good to see actually our members are going to have access to tools like that. But are we getting better at the mortgage call reports, or is it getting worse?
Well, I have a feeling that with the level of activity that we have right now, it's going to be a little tougher, presently, because when you get busy, the record keeping sometimes falls behind, and it's something you got to get caught up on. Make sure you stay caught up on, because I just got back from the AARMR conference last night, opened up my mail, and I had a state audit coming in. So it was very timely, as well as not necessarily welcome, but yeah, it's something you got to stay ahead of.
Wow, that's an amazing, actually, confluence of events to have that happen like that. Wonderful. Listen, excited to actually to see you at NAMB National. I know actually our viewers are going to be excited to hear a little bit more about cybersecurity, loan officer transition authority, and obviously, the fact actually that we have, as an industry, just need to do what we can to do a better job on social media, telling our story, but not crossing the line. So wonderful. Rocke, thank you so much. Always great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Andrew.
I'm Andrew Berman from the Mortgage News Network. Thank you for watching.